Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of a Diamond Select Art Asylum Star Trek Original Series 2-in-1 phaser replica. So I just did a video on the communicator from this series, and like I said in that video, I've always been a really big Star Trek fan. I grew up with the series. Back in the 70s, of course, they were reruns, but me and my sister used to sit in the middle of the floor, and every time an episode would come on, we were just glued to the TV. Seen every episode multiple times over the years. And so anyway, you know, my love of the show and me collecting movie props and replicas, you know, I wanted to add something Star Trek to my collection. And like I said, being a huge original series Star Trek fan, I always really dug the phaser communicator and the tricorder that they used from the series. And so here we are. I had decided to get the phaser and the communicator. I will eventually get the tricorder, but for now, this video is going to be dedicated to the phaser replica. So let me get this out of the original box and we'll see what we have. All right, everyone, we're back and we've got the phaser out of the original shipping box. So I bought this off a guy on eBay and he was selling this as new and unopened. This model came out in 2007 along with the communicator over here. There's not really a whole lot to say about it. I will get into the specifics here in a minute, but I'll show you the box art that it has. And this is supposedly, as with the communicator, very, very close to the original props in dimensions and you know, the looks and all that kind of stuff, and that's the reason why I bought it. They're not wand company material. I mean, I know that they have made replicas of these props, and they are like some of the top of the line, if not the top of the line. I don't know a whole lot about the Star Trek props other than the very little research that I've done on them whenever I was looking into getting these. But the reason why I did get these is because apparently this series here was very, very close to the actual props. I saw one video where a guy compared this phaser to the Wand Company phaser, which is supposed to be 3D scanned off an original prop. And he put them side by side and you could not tell the difference, or at least I couldn't. I mean, I'm sure some of the big hardcore Trekkie people out there would be able to tell, but I couldn't, and I've got a pretty good eye for detail. So let's go ahead and try to get this out of the box here. Let me find my scalpel because, oh, let's see, what did I do with my scalpel? All right, I already put it up, so let's go ahead and, now this one right here, it does look like it's sealed and it's never been opened. There's the original tape on both sides and both are sealed. So let's take a look at this. Kind of cool that I'm the first person to open this since 2007, which was 16, 17 years ago. But, you know, I used to be a type of person where I like to keep my stuff sealed and in the box, but as I've gotten older, you know, some stuff I can see doing that with, but not something like this. And you know, you can't really enjoy this stuff if it's still in the box. I mean, I guess some people can, and I get that because I used to be that way. But as I've gotten older, I'm like, what the hell? You might as well go ahead and take it out of the box and really enjoy the full effect of whatever it is that you're buying. Let's see. I want to try to get this open without tearing anything up because I do not want to do that. Okay, let's see if we can get this pulled out of here without damaging anything. There we go. All right, so I forgot to show in the other video, but the communicator box also had this exact same booklet in here. It's just a book. I'm sure it's got some instructions in there. Yes, the instructions to operate and how to get the batteries out and all this. But it's also got a Diamond Select product book in there. We'll go ahead and stick this back inside. And here's the phaser. right there. Oh yeah, you can tell by looking at these ties versus the communicator. If you watch my communicator video, you can tell that the ties have been tampered with. I don't even remember these little plastic tabs being on there, but let's get these taken off. Yeah, like I said, I mean, in the other video, I've always been a huge fan of these props from the original series. Whenever I was growing up, my mom and dad got me a hand-me-down AMT model set that had the communicator, phaser, and tricorder. They were missing some parts, but I didn't care. I was 6 years old, I think, whenever I had them, and I'm assuming that they probably got them at a garage sale or something, because they were used and they were missing parts. I also had a phaser, and I can't remember how I got it. I think my mom and dad got me this exploration set back in the mid to late 70s from Kmart, and it had the phaser, and on the phaser it had this round spinning, these round spinning like propellers. I can't remember what they were called, but you would stick this round like helicopter propeller thing that was inside this cage. You'd screw it on there, and whenever you'd pull the trigger, it would spin and fly off. It was so cool. I had that for the longest time. But anyway, here's the phaser, as you can see. Now, I know that they made some variations of this. I know I remember seeing there was one variation that had a white handle, and I know in some of the early Star Trek series, some of the phasers did have white handles, and they went over to black handles, and I think they went over to bronze handles. I do know that the company that made these did make some with different handle variations. I personally like the black better, just because it's, I'm a gun collector too, and I thought that, with the black, it kind of looked a little bit more realistic. But I do not know how this pulls off, I guess. Oh, there we go. So you got the Type 2 phaser right here. And you've got the Type 1 phaser right here. And looking at these and holding these, I mean, it feels like it's pretty good quality. It doesn't feel cheap. The communicator is the same way. It didn't feel cheap either. Let's see if I can figure out how to get this back in there. There we go. There's a little button back here, I guess, that you push to release it and such. But yeah. Pretty cool little replica here. I like it. I know that they sell some kits on eBay to where you can accurize these as far as, metal parts. There's someone that sells like the metal thing right here, metal pieces that go throughout the whole thing, even the trigger. I don't think I'm going to go that far with this. I mean, who knows? Who knows with me? But anyway, yeah. So you've got the Asylum Diamond Select phaser, a Type 2 phaser with the Type 1 phaser, and with its counterpart, the communicator. Isn't that cool? So anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you next time. God bless, and have a great day.